It's Hyp3r Halloween!
Man, it's nice when the movie spells out the plot for you, unlike those other movies, like Troll 2. In any case, Killer Klowns from Outer Space is exactly what it sounds like. Killer clowns arrive from outer space and start terrorizing a local town. They kidnap the townsfolk in balloons and cotton candy cocoons. The clowns like to drink human blood, and the cocoons help the clowns do that. This movie isn't Shakespeare, but that's not what the title Killer Klowns from Outer Space invokes. We want clowns from outer space. Written, directed, and produced by the Coyote brothers, Killer Klowns from Outer Space is like a throwback to older horror movies about things coming to Earth and causing chaos. The best parts of this movie have to be the scenes with the clowns interacting with the townsfolk. There are tons of iconic scenes between the clowns and the townspeople. There's a scene with the clown making shadow puppets where the shadow eats people. There's the scene with the tiny clown knocking someone's head off, and the scene with the big clown trying to lure a little girl away from her family. All these scenes blend a certain humor along with tension and dread. Killer Klowns from Outer Space is another film that relies heavily on practical effects, and honestly it looks amazing. Each clown has a distinctive look, even though I think there's only like 4 or 5 different clown faces, but there's a lot of attention to detail in the design. In fact, here's a fun fact for you. The clown masks from Killer Klowns from Outer Space were reused as troll masks in Ernest Scared Stupid. Of course, I'm not entirely sure if the masks were repurposed or the Ernest developers used the mold for the masks. Either way, it's great to see that they were able to use the masks again. Killer Klowns from Outer Space is a cult classic and is highly regarded by those that have seen it. Although it doesn't have a sequel, apparently one has been in production hell since this movie came out. The Coyote brothers planned for 3 sequels, but given that the first sequel hasn't come out, it's probably unlikely that we'll get any, let alone 3. The latest on the sequel is that Fox intended on developing the sequel, but after the merger with Disney, they canceled it. It's a shame that we never got a sequel, but Killer Klowns from Outer Space is still a great film on its own. If you haven't watched it, then I highly suggest you give it a try.